Um, all right, so we're live. Can you guys see I'm live? Can you guys see we're actually live on so we're live on TikTok. Can you guys see um can you guys see TikTok at all?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you would have to leave your all
Yeah,
right.
I would have to look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh
I don't know how to get on
that's all right,
TikTok.
no worries.
We'll figure it out. I'll have
Yeah, we
to.
figured out alter. Okay, we're live. Hey everyone. Well, we got some people jumped on already, so thank you, thank you. Tonight's show is kind of an experiment. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, uh, and we just for our first time we're going live on TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah, so we have like almost 4,000 on TikTok. So hopefully we get at least 500 of them.
What's
Uh,
up?
oh, we already got somebody on TikTok. Oh, we already got a bunch of people joining us on TikTok. welcome to our new TikTok subscriber. Well, you're not new to our subscribers. You are new. This is our first live show. Kevin and Tiffany are here with me. You guys can't see them. Hopefully, I'll figure out a way so we can show Kevin and Tiffany's face. But this is the Black Therapy Show. The YouTubers, I'm speaking to the TikTokers now because I have to explain to them what our show is about. So the Black Therapy Show is basically a show where we talk about ways in which we can move Black people forward. Um, we don't call Black women bitches. We don't say Black men in shit. That's not what we're about. We are here to help Black people move Black people forward in whichever way we can, and we invite people to share their experiences being Black. We all deal with stuff, whether it's at work, just walking and doing your business. If you're in entertainment, I don't care what you're doing. I'm absolutely sure that if you're Black, you're dealing with some shit. And my goal is to I know this might be a big goal, but I would like to create our own world and live in it. I don't know if that's possible.
Not.
But
Not
but I
possible.
think there's enough of us where we can create our own world and live in it. Don't we? Aren't we? Don't we love each other? Um, I think we do. I was watching a video today, and this guy was talking about um, when Black people become successful, they should move back to the hood and help build it up. But one other guy was saying no. When you become successful, you move out of the hood. So anyway, that's something we can talk about. But tonight,
Well,
go ahead, Kev.
I was going to say, well, what happened to Nipsey Hussle is not going to encourage that to happen, because here's a cat that was actually going back to his hood and trying to build wealth in the community, and jealousy, put him in the cemetery at a very early age. So he's not even here to enjoy all his success and riches and hard work because of jealousy from people that felt like, look at this brother doing well and look at me struggling. So it's a catch-22, and I say that a lot of rappers, of course, have gone back to their neighborhoods and have been murdered. Recently, the cat over in I can't think of his name off the bat of my head.
PMP, I think his name is PMP.
Oh not him. The one that was in Memphis, the Memphis rapper that got killed. What's his name? Dolph got killed.
Oh,
Yeah,
another
Dolph
one.
got killed. He's going to buy some cookies for his grandma at support a local Black business in the neighborhood he grew up in, and was gunned down. He had just got out of his Lamborghini, went inside a cookie store and was gunned down, but that was an assassination for other reasons. But I'm just saying these rappers end up dying in their own neighborhoods that they grew up in, and they go home. And this guy, Dolph, like Nipsey, was giving back to his neighborhood. Matter of fact, he was killed 24 hours before he was supposed to do a turkey giveaway. He had ordered he paid for it, a big tractor trailer full of turkeys for Thanksgiving to give out, and he was murdered 24 hours before he was supposed to go there. And he also was donating money to schools and everything in that neighborhood. So he was definitely putting his money back into his neighborhood, and he lost his life there, unfortunately. So yeah, I don't know, Carl. It's crazy.
Yeah.
When we shoot ourselves in the foot.
Let me get the show started with. We can't start without our theme song.
No, man, we got a theme song. Yeah.
Tiffany, you have an epiphany. I can't go without that.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna give the show the official kickoff, and when we come back, we're gonna jump into our topic, which is why the Latino hate.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We gon' hacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, Carl, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you everything, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation so you grow exponentially. We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools. Hatred was what we got in exchange for love. No more manipulation from my God above. It's Carl, Kevin, and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.
Yeah. I like the line where he goes, "Give us brainwash."
Welcome.
Welcome to everyone. Welcome to everyone on TikTok. Welcome to everyone on YouTube. I'm kind of shying away from Facebook because they block a lot of our stuff. I don't know if people complain, but
somebody's pressing the button that they upset that we done said something. We talk about a lot of issues that is affecting us today. And a lot of people cannot handle it. A lot of people like, you messing up. You're like, why are you talking about it? We good. No, we're not good because too many things is happening every day that's showing us we have a lot of talking to do. We have to have the conversation. Welcome everybody to the Black Therapy Show.
All right. So
you gotta turn off. You gotta mute it.
Yeah, I gotta turn mine down. I turned it down. So we gotta figure out how to do this. But this is a work in progress. This is the first time we're live on TikTok. So hopefully, everyone, please support us because a lot of the Black content makers on TikTok kind of had a thing going where we're all supporting each other. So I'm gonna support you guys. You guys support the Black Therapy Show. And we get it, as they say, we get it popping. I don't even think I sound right saying that. Get it popping. That doesn't flow from my lips. So our main topic is why the Latino hate. And this is not to say all Latinos, because I have some really, and I hate saying this, like I have great Latino friends. I do have Latino friends, and they're not like that, but I don't understand any Latino having hatred for Black people. And what we're referring to is a couple of weeks ago, apparently there was a city councilman in California, and she has some very nasty things to say about Black people. And I'm going to play a clip here so we can all get familiar.
This is a reminder for the entire Latino community that just because you are Latino, just because you're Mexican, Honduran, Dominican, Cuban, from whatever part of Latin America, does not mean that you cannot be racist. The LA Times is reporting a leaked audio in which several LA council members are making racist remarks, in particular towards Black people and towards indigenous people. In particular, the LA City Council President, Nuri Martinez, is the one who made the worst remarks in this audio. Now, apparently these council members were unaware that they were being recorded, and the audio is 1 hour long. In the conversation, Martinez is discussing a fellow council member, Mike Bonin, who is white and has a Black son. And Martinez said that the manner in which Bonin handled his son was like an accessory, and said parece changuito, or that his son was like a monkey. For an elected official to say that is obviously disgusting. Councilman De Leon seemed to compare Bonin's handling of the child to, quote, when Nuri brings her Goyard bag or the Louis Vuitton bag. Then Martinez said su negrito, like on the side, talking negatively and despectively about Black people. Aside from the disgustingly racist remarks these council members are making, in the audio, they also discuss in unusually crass terms how the city should be carved up politically. While the council members were on the topic of political redistricting in LA, Martinez said, "I see a lot of little short dark people of the section of Koreatown employing stereotypes long used against Oaxacans in Mexico and in the US." Martinez also went on to say, "I was like, I don't know where these people are from. I don't know what village they came from, how they got here," adding, "Tan feos, they're ugly." Martinez also mocked Oaxacans and said, "F that guy, he's with the," while speaking about LA County District Attorney George Gascon. After this article was published, there have obviously been lots of calls for her to resign. And in her apology statement, she says, "In a moment of intense frustration and anger, I let the situation get the best of me, and I hold myself accountable for these comments. For that, I am sorry." But yeah, I don't think she's actually sorry. I just think she's sorry that she got caught. When a person speaks like that comfortably and freely behind closed doors, they are a full-blown racist. If you guys are able to find the leaked audio online and you hear Martinez speaking, she's speaking freely. No, La Tipa is comfortable with everything she's saying, meaning she's done this for God knows how long. And it would be irresponsible of her not to resign, because she is a danger to her Black and Indigenous constituents.
All right. Let me say this. I would love for someone to come up one day after putting out a tape like that and just say, we don't like Black people. Just say it. You know what I mean? These apologies that they have, it's just nonsense. It's like you clearly don't like Black people. Why can't people just come right out and be honest? We've already heard it. You know, I wish I could hear someone say, "Listen, I'm a racist. I don't like Blacks. I want Blacks to stay away from me." You know what I mean? Instead of all these apologies, "I'm really sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I was having a bad day. My dog died. My pickup truck stopped working. Job." Every excuse under the sun. When we clearly hear the Black hatred.
But
Tiffany, I'm go to you first.
Listen. That's why I'm not a part of the Senate, because I probably would have got caught saying some crazy stuff too. Now, sometimes you do look at white people and be like, they got a Black child like it's an accessory. Now, I understand that. She just got her Latino wake-up card because you was talking about a white person and their Black child. Okay, I feel like that sometimes I worry about the Black children that's with the white people. I be like, "Are y'all okay? Do y'all need help? Y'all need a Black auntie?" I'm not gonna lie to you. So that was funny to me. I understand that. Now, all that other stuff, when you are Senate, you got to be careful on what you say, how you say, because you can get caught out there, especially your true feelings. But she's not the first one and not the only one. The whites talk worse than what she talks. And also, you know, the Latinos, they trying to fit in, they trying to get in where they fit in too, you know. But a lot of them be blending in, because you gotta remember the Cubans. The Cubans, a lot of them, I went to Florida and I thought it was a whole bunch of white people, but when they started talking, they all were Spanish. I was like, what is going on? My friend was like, these are their children that came from Cuba, that escaped from Cuba, and this is their family. So a lot of them, they blend right in. They're actually Republicans. Did you know that? They're all Republican now. They're turning to the Republicans.
Most Cubans are Republican.
Yes, and now most of the Spanish people now, like that's in our community, they are turning Republicans.
Absolutely.
First of all, it's what she said was unacceptable, and she has resigned, and she should resign. Hopefully, she's not getting paid. It's no call for it. It's absolutely disgusting and unacceptable to call a Black child a monkey.
No, the monkey is.
And you know what? It's even more disgusting coming from a person of Latino or Hispanic background, because you know, I mean, we're used to hearing this language at the hands of racist white people. It's been that way for 400 years now, right? So, but to hear people that have benefited in this country on the blood of mainly African Americans who fought and died for the civil rights, of this country, who was beaten, hosed, hung, lynched, dogs sicked on them, leaders assassinated. Dr. King among many others, that Medgar Evers, the list goes on. John Lewis almost beat within an inch of his life. I mean, the list goes on of so many people that have sacrificed blood, sweat, tears, and death, so people can come to this country and live the American dream. And most of these racist Latinos that are racist, like Carl said, not everyone, but the ones who jump on this bandwagon of racism against blacks, need to read a book and learn their history of what, the people that they're hating, that they secretly hate. People that they secretly hate, they need to read some history and find out, the sacrifices that black people have made in this country, so they can get the jobs that they have. This woman would not be where she is working the job that she's working without the sacrifice of thousands and hundreds of African Americans who have died in the streets so she can have that job. And that's that's the part that's really really
that's real talk.
Yeah, Kevin, you had a theory about why Latinos are racist, and you had a straight hair theory, which I have to admit I've always thought about that theory, where people with straight hair somehow think they're more accepted by white people.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And I've never said, it's the first time I've actually said that publicly when I was talking to you in our pre-show meeting, and I brought that up to you and Tiff. But I've always felt that way because I see how Asian people and of course Latino people tend to feel like they fit in with the white race before they fit in with us. And I always say it's a hair identity thing.
But Kev, the Indians from India who are dark as dark can be, but they got the straight hair, and they seem to think I don't know. I think there's something to the fact that they got the straight hair. They could be there are some dark people in India.
They're very racist,
but they have the caste system too, where
they're very racist.
Where they are very racist to the dark skinned people. Right. So they have their own issue also.
Right, but they come to America and they look down on black people, and
they can't look down on us because y'all majority.
Because the hair, they, for some reason, they seem to think I got the hair. But if we go back to the 60s and 50s, 60s, and 70s, when black people started straightening their hair, we started doing that because we wanted white people to like us. We figured if I straighten my hair, you know what I mean? They'll. I wouldn't be as black as they
relax a little bit when their hair when your hair is straight, they relax. Then you have people that AKA pass. They be passing, where you have the people that's black and white and they pass. If they light skin enough, they pass. And I think that's what a lot of the Spanish people do. They pass. They can be able to pass because of their straight hair. They can straight they hair straight, they blonde their hair, they can do all of that, and you won't even know unless they talk Spanish or So they do it.
Yeah. So here's a bigger question. Is any of this our fault? Like as far as like the images that we put out, or the images like when people like Carl, you're from another country, for example. Before you came to America, you saw images of African Americans. In your assessment, were they negative images that you saw? Like you watch, let's say people in other countries might watch Menace to Society, or Boys in the Hood, something like that. Because those movies are huge, right? And those movies show all over the world. So when those type of movies show up in other countries, do these people see only that? And then when they come here to America, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm getting at?
Yeah. It's not really a negative, like we see black people as negative. What is we don't see the racism. It looks like everything is okay in America.
They don't know the history.
Right.
That's what it is. They don't know the history.
Because when you come to America and you see black people not achieving as much as the white people or the Asian people, we're like, well, why not? Why can't you? Why can't you know, go out and get a job as a CEO? Why can't what's
Right.
stopping you?
Not knowing there's systematic racism in every structure.
Yes, absolutely. You know, and that's something that they don't show, so we don't know. So it looks like black people should be kicking ass in America. They got the world, you know what I mean, at their disposal. They can do anything they want. They can be lawyers, they can be doctors. Why are they not doing it?
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really a negative. We don't see it. We don't see it as
They just don't know. You
Right.
just don't know till you get here. When you get here, that's when you find out everything. You know, and back to our Spanish people, I love I have a lot of Spanish people that are my friends, you know, but I also stress, because I don't even like when I hear my Spanish people say the N-word. It bothers me because not one time you see documented a Spanish man hanging off of a tree in the South. Did y'all ever hear of a Spanish man hanging off a tree?
No, I don't know if there's
ever lynching.
I've never.
You understand what I'm saying? So I feel like you cannot say that word or disrespect us because, like Kevin said, we made the path for everybody to come here through our blood, sweat, and tears. So we have to give respect where respect is due. And regardless to what, if you are in the political system as a Spanish person and you want to go as Latino, you want to go in as Latino, no, regardless to what, you still a Latino to the white person. You understand? Just like we still a black person to them, you're still a Latino to them. They just want your vote. They just want your vote.
We have a lot of a huge Hispanic population that voted for Donald Trump and are voting Republican right now. So the Republican Party, you know, has its problems. I mean, you can say what you want about, you know, I mean, I don't want to get into politics at this point. Well, we can. It's a show. I just want to say the Republican Party has definitely, today's Republican Party has definitely, how do I put this quickly, siding with white supremacy as far as I'm concerned.
That's what it feels like. Yeah.
So when they go run to vote for a guy like a Donald Trump, and then you got to Ted Cruz and Marco Rubio, who are hardcore almost right wing thinking Republicans, and they're both, you know, Marco Rubio. Listen to the name Rubio, but they think
it hurts. Yeah.
So
you know what I mean? We all see the same thing. We see when I hear Republican, if somebody tells me they're Republican, I think they're kind of racist. They might not want to admit it. I have friends that are Republican, and I think they're kind of racist because you're part of a party. Just because if you're in a racist party, but you're not racist, should you be considered racist? I mean, if I was part of a group and they were going out robbing and killing and stuff at night, I would say, no, what? I don't need to be part of this group because you got stuff. So if you're part of you might like some of the policies the Republican have. You might like the taxes. You might like this. You might like that. But there's still a huge racist element in the Republican Party. So should these people leave the Republican Party? Or should they look, I'm a Republican. I don't agree with a lot of things the Republicans do, but I'm still a Republican. Doesn't make me racist because 90% of the Republicans are racist. Are we asking, you know, people who are not racist and Republicans to just, you know, reject the whole Republican Party?
Stay with who you want. I feel like stay with who you want. Vote for the person that is talking for you and for your community. You understand? Because just like you said, it's racists and Republicans, it's racists and Democrats too. Because again, still in certain southern states, they don't have Medicaid. They don't have Medicaid, and people need teeth done. They need a medical. They need these things, and they're not doing it for them. So we need to vote for people that's going to do something for our community that speaks to us. I don't care if it's Democratic or Republican, but if you're racist, I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. If I see that you hanging with a racist or you want to be racist, you're not trying to make peace. Because we don't live in a black and white world today. We live in a multicultural world. So we have to treat it as such that all of us can be able to survive. But we already know they don't want us to survive. You see what they're doing to us.
Yeah. Let me shout out to Norma Staley or something. Norma said she had lupus for a while and she was down and out. Norma, so glad to have you back.
Hey, welcome back.
It's Tanya's grandma. She's still sticking with us. Thank you so much. Our our friend once again, Tiffany's buddy.
That's your friend, Carl.
He says many reasons, but I guess he responded to something. I don't know, something I said. Many reasons, but Black people need to truly wake up. Constant complaining ain't changing anything. I don't think I don't know if he's talking about us or just Black people in general. Are Black people? I mean, are we complaining? I mean, like when Black people speak up, is it really complaining? Should we not say anything? I'm curious. Once again, if you're still watching, should we not say anything and just let our actions show? Should we just remain silent and just go out and do what needs to be done?
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
Um, you probably know I had to I refinanced my home, so we had to take all the pictures down. We were giving this advice to take all the pictures of African Americans off of our wall, you know, and make the house look like
white people.
People like white people live. People of color don't live here, so we can get a respectable stay on our home. So for people to say we're complaining too much, you know what I'm saying?
That killed me, like, for real. And
It's 2022. It's 2022, and I had to pull down a picture of my daughter and my mother off my desk in my office, in my home office, because I don't want the banker looking at the pictures on the wall and saying, "Oh, Black people live here. We're going to make sure he don't get what this house is worth."
This is reality.
This is reality of what happens in America in 2022. So when people say, "Oh, you Black people complain too much. Black people stop bitching, stop crying about racism, and they'll go away," and or just look at the numbers. Get off Facebook and YouTube and whatever the case may be. Go do some research. Look at the numbers of how many African Americans are shot by police officers compared to whites. Look how many African Americans are in the prison system compared to everybody else. Is it because we're animals and we're just naturally bad people, or is this system just set up? Look at the wealth gap. Look at the numbers of the wealth gap. Look at a college-educated African American or Black person, I should say, will still lose a job to an unqualified, a white counterpart who has no high school diploma and no experience in most cases. I mean, these numbers have been proven and studied and proven over and over and over again. Black people are less likely to get loans from banks. And we're going to do a show on that coming up, right? So Black people get turned down for bank loans more than other people in this country, including Latinos and whites and Asians. So for people to say we complaining because we bring these things to the forefront on our show and we're trying to find solutions to it, and we're just being honest about our feelings and trying to deal with this whole thing, is ridiculous. It's even more ridiculous when it comes from people who have our skin color,
Right. And those are most of the ones that's going to come.
We're listening to Candace Owens and try to all over TikTok recently telling everybody why she's wearing a Black Lives Matter, a White Lives Matter T-shirt, and trying to make some sense of it. But she's never put on a Black Lives Matter T-shirt ever.
And she's a Black Lives.
She's never put on a Black Lives. But, when she was 17 years old, she went to Black people for help when she was being threatened at her school. She went to get help from all the people, all the Black groups that she complained about now. She went to get help from them, So it's crazy what's going on in America right now with this this self-hatred thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like we are complaining. I don't feel like Black people in general are complaining. And if we are complaining, I think we do have a lot to complain about. Does it?
Yes, 400 years worth.
Does it do anything? You know what I mean? Does it do anything immediately? But to me, it does. It helps. It helps me to talk about Black issues. It does help me rather than holding it all inside. Right. I told you guys before, I went through, and every Black person's gone through this, where you go shopping and the white person that's giving you a change back, they try so hard not to touch your hand. They throw it on the counter. They drop it from like 2 feet up. You know what I mean? They throw it on the side. I mean, or they would put the paper money in your hand, then they put the change on top of it. Just so you know what I started doing? I started telling white cashiers when they put the money on the counter, they throw it, because I put my hands out for it. They will just put it on the counter, or they drop it, and I say, "Listen, I don't want to touch you either. I don't feel like, what I mean, and I feel better when I say that. I said, listen, I don't want to touch you either. You don't want to touch me. I don't want to touch you. So don't feel like you have some power over me by not wanting to touch me. Don't feel like you are greater than me.
Right.
No, I don't want to touch you either.
Right.
And
that's just ignorance.
And I feel better. Is that,
no, you have voiced your opinion. You voiced your opinion. You told her what you felt like. I would have did the same thing. That's your choice. Sure.
Right. So I don't understand the whole complaining thing. And like I said, there's lots to complain about. We haven't even started to complain yet. And who complains more than white people?
Right.
Right.
Right. Because if we do certain
they don't want critical race theory. They don't want the truth being told in schools.
Okay.
They don't want anything. Every little thing. White women complain. They march, put on the pussy hats.
All those Karens.
Right. Everybody has some issue they're going to talk about. Trump's whole campaign is complaining about blacks and immigrants and Latinos. You know what I mean? So why is it when we talk, we're complaining?
Right.
And
because we're supposed to shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Yeah, like go with the flow. No, we just, like you said, we made this platform. Yeah, we made this platform so we can have the conversation about what we go through day to day and what we see every day too. And it's deep. And I'm glad that we can be able to talk about it, because a lot of people don't want to talk about it. They will rather it be put right up under the rug. Oh, get over it.
And the thing is, a lot of things we talk about on this show, a lot of people are hearing it for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, if it sounds like complaining, I guess we're going to be complaining for a long time, because I don't plan to stop. I don't know. Tiffany don't plan to stop, and Kevin don't plan to stop. I get what he's saying, like, do something. I think that's what once again is saying.
Well, we already expressed that. Right. We already know that. We already talked about that also. Just like the Asian people, like you said, they went through their little thing, but what they did, they started building, and that's what we should do. We should start building, and we start with our family. We start building, teaching our children to be entrepreneurs, to look out for one another, start buying things, get land. This is how we start. This is how we build. And we can do it. We can do it. We're strong.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, I'm not going to harp too much on the whole complaining thing, but I have to say, I do understand, what his point. I do understand some of his point, but we are held. This is what we are doing. We have our little show, and we discuss, these issues, and it helps, because I know it helps, because I met so many people that did not know that black people were used as black babies were used as alligator bait. That blows people's minds.
But again, I told you, and I expressed to anybody that's coming to America, learn our history, learn our background. It's in the books. They documented everything they did to us. You understand? It was very happy with it. They still got some plantations open that you can go to. You can go to slave houses. You can go and sleep there overnight. You remember that thing at the Airbnb?
Right, yeah. Somebody turned a slave house into
right. So you can come and see our history and see what we went through.
Can I tell you something funny? Well, not funny. I was driving through Georgia. 48 hours ago, I'm driving through Georgia, right? Back to New York. And I swear this caught me off guard. I look over to my right. I'm on a highway. I forget what highway it was. And I look over and I see these cotton fields. I didn't know cotton fields still existed.
Oh,
I'm on the phone with one of my boys, and I go, I'm passing. First of all, I saw a sign that caught my attention before I got to the cotton fields. So I'm on the highway. I'm cruising through Georgia, and I see so-and-so's plantation is coming up in a few miles. So that automatically made my antennas go up because, you know, you see the word plantation, you're in the South, you already know what that means, right? So a few miles down, I passed this plantation and it's now a museum and a gas station. So I just keep going. And 3 miles down, this cotton field is about a mile long of just nothing but cottons on both sides of the highway. So I'm talking to my boy on the phone. I'm going, I'm passing a cotton field. I actually took a picture of it. And he says to me, well, yeah, we still have cotton. Where do you think you get your Q-tips from?
Oh, no.
Now they have, right? They have machines to pick the cotton, right?
Yeah, I saw the machines too. And yeah, they have machines now to pick the cotton. So we just started talking about what a multi-million-dollar industry it was back in slavery, you know, with humans, black labor, free black labor, picking that cotton. But now they got machines to pick the cotton. And it just blew me away, man, when I saw that. I just caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting to see cotton fields. It just blew me off. It was amazing.
Let me tell you something, Kev. A couple of years ago, I was with one of my artists. And it was during this time. So this is the time I think that the cotton is sprouting or whatever, and they getting ready to fall off. And all my life, like you said, ain't never saw no cotton fields, nothing in my life. And we riding past, and I'm like, is those cotton fields what our ancestors was picking? I got out of that car, and I'm gonna send you the pictures. I took pictures and everything. I bought some cotton from Savannah, but those things are so prickly. Do you know how they had to pull those cotton off without cutting their hands? They would have to put oil and grease on their hands to be able to pluck it off and not get anything on it because they can get cut. It is serious, and it's cotton fields all over the South. Yes. I will always go to the South in the summertime. They all gone now. But this is the time where they're growing and you will see them. It's fields of them.
So I passed a field. Yeah, I passed one.
And they tall.
And I'm driving like 65 miles. The speed limit then is 70, right? So I'm probably doing 70. And I swear it was like over a mile long of just this whole field of cotton on both sides of the highway, you know. And I'm just driving going, cotton. I'm just blown away. And I saw the big machines, the big things that pick up the cotton now. It's big cotton, these big, huge things now, which obviously they didn't have back in George Washington's days.
No, our ancestors was doing that.
Our ancestors was doing it. Exactly. Yeah, so, yep. Unbelievable.
Kev, was that before or after you stole the sunglasses?
Oh, I got to tell you the sunglass story, man. So I'm in Florida. You know, comedians on their day off, we go to the malls and do some shopping or just window shopping most of the time. Just to get out the hotel, go get food court, get something to eat, whatever the case may be. So I'm at the mall. I walk past this kiosk and this guy, you know, I'm in Florida. You know, I'm a sunshade guy. I got like 50 pair of sunshades sitting over there. So I collect sunshade. I love sunshades. So I'm trying on some glasses, and I like this pair. It's pretty cool, but I'm not going to drop 25 on these glasses right now. I put them down. I walk off. He has two kiosks right next to each other, so he's helping this lady at the other one. So I walk off, and he's I guess he's Hispanic. I think he's Hispanic. I was going to say he's Indian, but I think he's a Spanish guy. So I walk off to go to the food court because upstairs there's a smoothie shop that I always go to when I'm in that part of Florida. So I'm going to get me a smoothie. I might get the glasses on the way out because I got to walk past there on the way out anyway. This fool follows me to the freaking elevator and kind of grabbed my arm lightly. But he goes, "Hey," I go, "Yeah." He goes, "You didn't put those glasses back." I go, "What?" I put them back. No, I don't see them. They're not over there. So he's accused me of stealing his glasses off his kiosk stand while he's helping another lady. I go, "No, bro, I ain't stealing them. I put them back over there." So I walk back over to the kiosk from the elevator, back over to the kiosk, and point to the glasses where I put them at. He goes, "Oh, there they go right there. Okay, I'm sorry." So now he's apologizing to me for fiercely apologizing to me about accusing me of stealing these glasses. So I'm like, all right, I'm not in. Excuse me, I'm not in an asshole mood right now. So I'm just like, okay, man, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. He goes, "Take a pair for free." So I took the glasses I was gonna get on the way out. That was $25. I picked them up, put them on my face, and walked off.
That's right.
his racism basically cost him $25 on his
Yes,
kiosk
it did.
stand.
Check
Yes,
this
it
out, though. He left his kiosk alone with that white lady.
just to come run after
He
you.
could have
Yeah,
taken all his sunglasses. By the time she could have rolled off with one of the kiosks if it had wheels on it.
because he's actually, because he got two right next to each other. And the other
Yeah.
one, I forgot what the other kiosk was. We sold on the other stand. We had one for glasses, then one he was
Ridiculous.
selling, and I didn't even pay attention to what he was selling. He had, the customer on the other one was a white lady. But yeah, I walked over to the elevator about 20 feet away, and he followed me over there and accused me of stealing his glasses, man. And then he really realized he was wrong. He gave me the glasses for free out of guilt, I guess. But yeah, and I was probably gonna get them on the way out. I was just going upstairs, get my smoothie. On the way out, I probably would have grabbed them, but and so yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous,
Yeah,
They,
it
you
is.
know,
It's the
grown ass
world we
man,
live
my
in.
But
58 years old, I'm not stealing nobody's sunglasses,
For what?
we have to tip our hats to because white people did such a tremendous job. Right? They did such a great job at making the world think that we're thieves, we're murderers, we're rapists, right? I mean,
And we raise our children not to do that. We be
yeah,
like, don't do that because they already think we already do these things.
yeah. I mean, you got to tip your hat because they did it. I mean, who would have thought of that, right? Because when white people came to the Caribbean, the local people in the Caribbean, there was Indians, it wasn't black, it was, black people came through slavery. But wherever white people went, the people were like, okay, hey, what I mean, there's enough food, there's enough land for everybody, let's all enjoy it. And the white people were like, nope, we want everything.
It's a control.
We
Because
want everything.
it's a control. They felt
Yeah.
like we didn't know how to be civil.
As soon as you fall asleep, we're gonna kill you and take your land and all your food.
Horrible.
They did the same thing in America. They came here, the American Indians was here, and they, hey, the land is big enough. Look at all this land. We can all share it. There's lots of food. And look at all these buffalo. We can kill any. You know what I mean? And white people are like, nope. We want everything. We want it all.
That's funny.
But Columbus. When Columbus came to, I forgot where I think it was, but he wrote back to the Queen Isabella, whoever that bitch was, and said, these people are very nice and kind and very, easygoing. I think we can easily make them slaves. They were very nice and kind, as he said. But
Hey,
that was his thought process.
we just celebrated Columbus holiday, didn't we?
I don't know who you said. No, I'm nobody celebrating that man.
I didn't
He was
celebrate it.
already here already, and some we had transported over here. He ain't discovered anything. People was already here, and like you talking about Isabella of Spain. A young lady I know that is Spanish Latino. She went to Spain because she wanted to see where her people came from, and she said they wouldn't even let her on the bus. They said we don't let Negritos on the bus.
What?
So that's what I'm saying. Y'all go over to Spain trying to act white. Them Spaniards will look at y'all like, get out of here. Y'all are residues of our slave masters, of who we put sent there. Yeah. Called her a Negrito. They wouldn't serve her.
By now, though, I think by now black people should be used to it. And I don't know, should we not let it bother us? Should we just ignore it? Is it easy to ignore stuff like that? I saw a video last week where these black women were in Italy or Paris, but they were letting white people into this restaurant that they were trying to go into. And when the black women tried to go into the restaurant, they said no, and they made up some excuse. But clearly, they didn't want black people in that restaurant
because the other patrons didn't want to see them.
Right. So why are we going to get to the point where we're just going to say, you know what? Like I said, can we create our own world and live in it? Is that possible for Black?
Well, we start off with Black economics. Start growing first. We need to start learning each other first. Learn how to be friends. Have a conversation with each other. Our men, our women need to learn how to get along with one another, especially for our children. So our children, when they get older, they can get along with their partners. We have a lot of work to do. And talking about that, we need to have a word of prayer for Atlanta. Because I don't understand what they're going to do with that Herschel Walker and what's his name, Wardock. That whole debate was a whole. You should have saw me like, this is ridiculous. It was nothing that I can be like, oh, they really. It's horrible. We need to pray for them. Did y'all see those debates?
I didn't see any. I wanted to see because I know Herschel Walker was going to be a train wreck.
I was in Atlanta actually too. I was in Atlanta and couldn't watch it, but yeah, I heard some of it on the radio, like I said earlier. But I've seen clips of it, but it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that that a guy like Herschel Walker's even able to. The bar is so low right now, and thanks to the former president made the bar low. So the bar is so low that anybody can run for president right now, because anybody can run for Congress, anybody can run for Senate, because it's just, the bar is just low now. You just got to just be hot on TikTok or be hot on YouTube or hot on Instagram and have some followers and have Donald Trump say he likes you, and then the rest is history, So.
Tiffany, you were saying something?
He's pulled out a Scott badge, a badge. He was like, I have my badge. They told him he had to put the prop down. Yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, it was a joke. I couldn't believe it. They asked the question, why are our youth, why is the homicide so high on, with our youth, with Black youth? He turned around and said, it's Wardock's problem. It's his fault. It's them Democrats. They need to let us Republicans have them. I'm looking at him like, are you, what? I'm telling you, y'all just see it for 5 minutes. I'm not going to give y'all the whole 30 minutes because it's going to ruin your brain. But it's just ridiculous. I pray for Atlanta. I hope y'all vote for somebody that's really going to help y'all. And I hope if Wardock do help y'all, tell them to get y'all some Medicaid, because y'all need some Medicaid.
I want to see. I didn't see Herschel Walker.
Don't. It's funny. You want to laugh? It's funny.
But I mean, because those white people are laughing at him so hard.
No, they like him. They need him. They like his type of black. He's ignorant.
They just are making so much. Okay, here we go.
Herschel Walker explains his plan for hashtag healthcare.
Healthcare, but everyone else have healthcare is the type of healthcare you're going to get. And I think that is the problem. And what Senator Warnock wants you to do is depend on the government. What I want you to do is get off the government healthcare and get on the healthcare he's got to get you a better healthcare. So that's what I'm trying to do, to make you independent rather than dependent.
What the hell did he just say?
I don't know what he said.
He just said he's a rich man and he has really good health insurance because he's rich, and that poor people shouldn't want to depend on the government, even though they pay taxes. They shouldn't want to depend on the taxes that they pay to help them have health care. That's what he
blah, blah, blah. It's just...
yeah. So basically...
Hey, have you guys noticed it's been a while since there was a police shooting? You think that things are changing?
No.
What? No, it hadn't been a while.
No?
It hadn't been a while.
It's been going on. It's just on the down low, but a young man just shot somebody in Raleigh, South Carolina. I don't got all the information. I heard they got him with no shots. They didn't kill. That's what I don't understand, how people...
Hey, Carl, there's been several police shootings since we last spoke. I just didn't bring them up because I figured we're doing this show on Latino thing, but we're definitely going to get on that next week.
We got to talk about the hot topics, but it's
been several police shootings. Several police shootings.
All right.
No, there's no breaking that, bro.
Oh, you heard? Did you hear the welfare queen, Brett? What's his name? Brett. They said he's mad because everybody's calling him the welfare queen.
Oh, Brett Favre. Brett Favre.
Yes, he's mad. He's telling people to stop calling him the welfare queen. I said, you know what? Stop stealing, and you won't be called any names.
Well, he is the welfare queen, you know. But we're gonna get it back to the topic of Latino jumping on the racism bandwagon. Like we talked about, they need to. They know the history, so why are we even saying that they need to learn the history? They know the history of America.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
How can they not know? How can you live in America and not know? How can I come to America and know about the history of America and people that are, that are born here? Hey, Pamela. Pamela just jumped in. What up, Tanya? Tanya jumped. Tanya's in jolly old England.
Say hello to the queen. Oh, I'm sorry. The queen is gone. My bad.
What's up? Yeah.
What's up, Tanya?
Yeah.
What's up, Pam? Pam and Tanya in the house.
So this Latino hate, I really think Kevin is onto something, saying that Latinos tend to side with white people because they both have straight hair. They're like, you have straight hair, I have straight hair, those people have kinky hair. Let's all gang up against that person.
No hair.
It's deeper than here, but it's deeper than here. But they're trying to fit in where they can be able to sit in.
And her community was all Black and Latino, wasn't it? It was all her whole.
Most of our communities always had Black and Latinos in it. My nephew is Latino.
But I mean the councilman, the territory she's over, they were all Black and Latinos. They were mostly Black and Latinos.
Hey, Carl, you know what we're missing here, bro? We're missing the big picture here. I'm going to open up your eyes right now, ladies and gentlemen that's paying attention to the show. Divide and conquer.
Yeah.
Now, let's say the Latino race was down with the Blacks. We were overwhelmingly outnumber the so-called oppressor, right? Divide and conquer everything. So this is actually not by mistake.
Mm-hmm.
They're taught this when they come here. They're taught this through, they're taught not to like us somehow, some way.
Just like the West Indians.
And that's why we have this problem. They're taught to jump ship, not to be our friends, not to like us.
Yeah.
Back in the day, poor white people hated Black people because they were told that Blacks are stealing their jobs. Black people don't like them. Black people are taking their jobs, they're taking their Medicare.
Right.
And all these poor Black people, poor white people didn't like, Black people when they were in the same boat a lot of Black people were in. Dr. King was actually doing the Poor People's March, which included lots of white people. The white people were starting to buy into Dr. King's philosophy. And that's why he had to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he had to go.
The economics too.
Exactly. Well, yeah, he's telling poor people that poor white people, you're the same as poor Blacks. Stop falling for this. And they were starting to come onto his boat, and that's what led to basically him losing his life, among other things. But yeah, so what I'm saying is that so now Hispanics are being told that we're standing in their way of success, and Blacks are being told that Hispanics are taking our jobs, and we don't like them because they're taking all the jobs, and they don't like us because we're lazy and don't want the jobs, and the Blacks. So now we're fighting each other, and then instead of working together and prospering together, we're fighting each other, and that's where we are, unfortunately. And it's a sad thing because divide and conquer works again. That's always been the white man's one of his biggest vices is divide and conquer.
There was a time
they have it against each other too, because you have the certain Latinos that feel like they're better than the other Latinos. You have Cubans against you have all different they're against each other, and that's sad too, because y'all still regardless is Latinos. So.
I had a Latino friend told me. She told me this is the pecking order for Latinos. Mexicans are at the bottom. Puerto Ricans feel they're better than Mexicans. Colombians feel they're better than Puerto Ricans and Mexicans. Argentinians people feel that they're better than Puerto Ricans, Colombians, and Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
She said there's like a pecking but they're all. I'm like, but you guys
and
are
Spain is on the top.
And Spain is the mother, the mothership of all.
Yes, yeah.
But she told me Mexicans are. I said, why? Like, why? Yeah. Like, what do you mean Mexicans are on the bottom?
I thought they all speak Spanish.
Yeah. What up, Sharon? Sharon good in checking in. Says good evening. Good evening, Sharon.
Good evening. Welcome.
Good evening.
So we're discussing why all the hatred towards Black people from Latinos. But I've said if every Black person left the planet today, Latinos would be the new niggas, right? They would be the ones that get followed around the store, and they probably still do.
I was about to say they just like us. They just light skin.
So what is it? I mean, like I can't.
It's just light skin. It's just those are the stush Latinos. Those are the Cubans and all of them. They're the ones and a lot of them are becoming political officials. They are going into politics.
What are they fighting for? They're fighting to be number 2. Okay, so they're saying like white people are number 1. We're fighting we're fighting against Black people to be number 2.
Yes,
I don't know, maybe because you know their population is growing too.
I think they see how we were treated, and they don't want to be treated that way. So they have to make that choice. They see how we were treated. They see how we are treated.
Yeah.
As Jane Elliott said, the great Jane Elliott said in one of her videos to an audience full of white people, would you like to be treated like Black people? And there was silence. No, she said, raise your hand if you want to be treated like white people. And nobody raised their hand. Yeah. If you want to be treated like Black people, raise your hand. And nobody in the auditorium raised their hand. So she says, see, there's something wrong then.
Yes, it is. And
so it's the same with the Latino people, Tiffany called. They know that how we're treated, and they don't want to be treated that way. So they figure instead of being treated like us or worse than us, let's, try to join, and be friends and kiss up to,
The way, and to remember, the Black dark skin is out of sight, out of mind. So if you don't see all the dark skin, you don't have to worry about them, But once you start seeing them, you get like, it's too many, Yeah. So
all right, we're gonna wrap it up. We're coming up on an hour, and we want to thank everyone. We had a nice group here tonight.
Thank you for coming out. Like
Sundays seems to be like the day when everybody's relaxing. So thank you, Sharon Gooden, for checking in. Thank you. Sharon Gooden says they try to assimilate to the white race. That is absolutely true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true.
Blonde their hair out.
Yeah, I worked with
bleach their skin.
Yeah, I worked with the Latinos in an office, and they would, assimilate like Sharon said with the white people. Because anybody comes to America can see who's in charge and who has the power.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody can. You just look around and you see who has the power.
Right.
And they choose to side with them. Anything before we go, Tiff? Any advice? Anything you have?
Make sure you like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Let us know what's going on. Tell us it's a topic that you want us to talk about. We'll talk about it.
All right.
And thank you again for coming through.
All right. Kev, anything that you learned or you want to share?
Yes, I learned something. Stop telling Black people we're complaining.
Okay.
Damn right we're complaining. Yeah, we're complaining. Sick of this shit.
So we over here working hard.
Yeah.
Complaining. We're sick of racism. That's why we're complaining. We're sick of BS. We're sick of it.
I'm like, we're supposed to be quiet. Like Asians, like the Chinese, they don't bitch, right? Because I have
they just take care of themselves
right.
and do what they got to do.
But that's them. That's their. If that's what they want to do, if that's their culture, then fine.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Asian friend that owned a restaurant, and he told me this was back in the early '90s, and he told me he said we know people come in here and make fun of us. We know they pull their eyes and they squint and they make. We know when we walk away from the table from serving the food, we know that And he said, but we don't care because as long as they're paying, we're making money.
That's right. They think about that money.
We don't care. But
you know what? You know what? If we were a group of Jewish people right here on this platform, a Jewish panel, and we were discussing the Holocaust every week, nobody would come on and tell them, get over it.
Nobody. And you don't supposed to do that to people. So I feel like you should not do that. We are talking, we are having a conversation, and we should talk about it.
I'll go even further. No Jewish person will come on to a Jewish panel and tell Jewish people to get over the Holocaust.
That's right.
We have people of color come on this platform and tell other people of color we're bitching.
Yes.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
Yes. Yes, Pam. Pamela Jones is asking, is Sunday the new night for the show? Yes, Pam. Sundays at 7 p.m., but we started late tonight. We started at 7:30. I was stuck in New York City. I didn't get home till late. But Sundays, 7 p.m.
New time.
New time. So set your clock, put it on your calendar. So we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everyone for checking in. Please give the Black Therapy Show some love. This is not. It's not a show where we bitch or complain. I don't know why people think that we're complaining. There are Black issues that need to be talked about. Nobody's talking about it. 2 policemen were shot in Connecticut a couple of days ago. I'm sure you guys saw it on the news. 2 policemen were ambushed and shot by a white man. You have not seen the white man's picture on the news yet. I haven't seen it.
Well, we gotta get more information and talk about it. That's sad.
Right. But I guarantee if there were Black people, the pictures would have been plastered. They have not shown this white man. What they did, they made a fake phony 911 call. When the police showed up, he pulled out an AR-15 and shot him. Killed 2 of them, wounded 1 of them. And they shot him and killed him. But it just goes to show the difference. I mean, you know what? We're complaining. Fuck you. So what? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. We'll talk about some of that next week. It's been a lot of gun violence in the last couple of weeks, and we need to kind of address that again next week.
Yeah.
And did the cops lose their lives?
2 of them died.
All right, so we're sending prayers out to their family because we don't want to see anybody lose their life on this show, even police officers. So
because they have a job to do too.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So prayers to the police officers that lost their lives. It's senseless gun violence in America. Another day at the office in America where people getting killed on the job, minding their business, whatever the case may be. We had a guy, you probably seen this on the news. We had a shooting at the hotel up the street from my house in New York, Poughkeepsie, New York.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. That hotel is about 2 miles from where I live. Yeah. So innocent guy shot, checking out. Here visiting his son in college. So it's guns are out of control. Another show.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. And because we know Tiffany got to go watch her Dragons. Thank you so much. Please like, share, subscribe, tell all your friends about our show. If you have any topics you would like us to discuss, please put it in the comments. We will absolutely take it up and discuss it. And if you have any advice for how to handle racism in America, please also share that with us. With that, thank you so much for checking us out. We will see you.
Shout out to Zim, New York for my coat, my jacket.
Zim? Okay, shout out. Nice.
Yeah,
it's
Zim,
nice.
New York.
It's nice. It's very nice. Looking lovely.
They have a website. If somebody wanted to get a Zim jacket, how can they get it?
I put it in the what's called ZYEM, Zim, yeah.
Okay.
Zim, yes.
ZYEM, we're all about supporting Black businesses.
Yes.
All right, everybody. We love you guys. Remember, tell the people you love that you love them because they're not psychic. And also
Peace.
to reiterate, we're trying to create our own world and live in it.
That's right.
Kev, you were saying something?
No, I was saying, amen. Peace.
All right, peace. Peace, everybody. All right. Sharon Gooden loves your jacket. So go to Zen, Sharon, and get one.
Keep Ben Crump out your house.
Keep Ben Crump out your house. Yeah.
With the knowledge you gain, break away from the chains. We helping you grow the Black Therapy Show. You be in a safe space, dealing with the black trauma. We unpacking and inspecting all our baggage and drama. Cause we gotta unite, no more killing each other. It's time to see a new future for my sisters and brothers. You know, with Kevin, and Tiffany, you'll have an epiphany. We'll give you everything you need to handle the enemy. We be giving you empathy, we gon' challenge you mentally. The right conversation.
Video call.
We built your penitentiaries, we built all your schools. Gave us brainwash education, just making us fools.
We're gonna do a music video. We're gonna do a music video.
No more manipulation from my counter.
You know, I like my video.
It's called Kevin and Tiffany. Now welcome to the Black Therapy Show. Let's go.